Okay, I don't know. Oh, okay, I see what just happened. Hold on for a second. Put this here. Get this party started. Hold on for a second. Here. This party. All right, hey, what's up, everybody? This is the Reluctant Nabi back again. Uh, I'm gonna wait a bit for a few people to join. Um, one of the things is that I realized that I was supposed to start this 2 days ago, but I was hit by a motorcycle. Motorcycle ended up in worse shape than I did, along with the dude that hit me. Coming down the street, sidewalk. Well, he was coming up the street on a one way. So he was coming in the wrong direction on a one way. And I'm kind of out looking at traffic coming the right way because I'm at a walkway, right? And he just came in, ran into me full speed. So I'm glad I jacked his motorcycle up though. But me, I'm doing great. So I'm no worse for wear. Um, so instead of coming on as I planned, I just took a couple of days rest to, make sure that, well, I could get the rest that I needed for one. Um, and I took some medication to relax my muscles and for pain. And yeah, that not only did it work, but yeah, you don't feel like yourself for a couple of days. So that's basically the gist of everything. Okay. So with that said, I realized that this is kind of a new channel. And with it being such, it says I got one viewer, but with it being such, I'm not expecting people just to fly up like that. So let me just get this started. All right. Let me greet everybody real quick. Geworden hardu gudag ola oite bem vasas los bonjour mes amis kedabawani konnichiwa ni hao ni ama sani wanani jamba herbarigani assalamu alaikum and shalom. All right, so let's kick it. Okay, let's do something else and then let's kick it. Let me see. Okay, now let's kick it. Well, isn't that special? We ain't kicking it. Huh, that's interesting. Hmm. Well, look like we might not be able to kick the. There we go. All right, let's try that again. All right, now once again, let's kick it. There we go. Whoop! There it is, y'all. All right. So let me let some of the brothers know that we back here. All right. I'm going to say this, brothers. This is a warning video. This is going to be an aware video. I mean, really, we really got to get our SH together. And what I am saying is, we have to leave. And I don't mean permanently, but we have to leave to build something with someone somewhere else and then come back. All right. And I'm going to show you clearly as to why this has to happen. All right. Politically, there is no way in hell a righteous man is going to be able. Our community is so wicked such that there is no way a righteous man that want to be righteous can fix it. Righteous men, all right, is one of them things that we have to do like Abraham did. Remember, our forefathers never stayed around in such communities as these. Abraham walked away. Isaac had to go away and find him a wife. All right, y'all got to understand, the only people that are telling you you need to stay there and be with the person, the very type of women that are not only wrecking the community, but men too. All right, the only people telling you that are people that are succumbing to the wickedness themselves. Now, here's another thing. Here is another thing. And I want there to be a clear understanding as we start to get into this. I want there to be a clear understanding. All right. To those who are under the sound of my voice right now, there's only about 5 y'all in here right now. Okay. But to those under the sound of my voice, y'all need to understand that the Afro man is in a really dangerous place. The righteous Afro man is really in a really dangerous place. Now, one of the things I don't understand is why I don't see any comments. I don't see no hellos from anybody or anything. Are y'all able to comment? Hold on. So I got 6 watching, but no one in the comment section. If somebody can attempt to write a comment and then attempt to write a comment and then see if I'll get it. Because this is weird. I've never seen this where no one's been able to write a comment. Hold on. Click the link if you would like to join in for a little bit to hear what we're talking about. All right. Let me see what's going on. All right. So I don't know. Did anybody do a comment at all? Is anybody commenting? Let me try something. Okay, I can comment. All right. So anyway, so okay. All right. I see what's up. All right. I see what's up. I see what's up. All right, brother. Thanks for the info. All right. I got. All right, because for a second, I thought that there was no that no one was able to comment. Now I realize since this is the traveling type channel that any here or that some of the brothers is not going to be able to um, pop in. So I realized that. So anyway, so with that said, I'm gonna wait to see if I get like two more comments before I get started. And we can mark the time too. Because my name. And I was curious as to why there weren't people in trouble. All right, so let's see what we got here. All right, that's going good. So I'm thinking there's a disconnect too. So what is showing up here is not showing up in other places. All right, so let's get going. All right, let's get going. All right, so as we get going, one of the things that I wanted people to be aware of, all right, is we got some serious issues right here that we're gonna have to deal with. And it is my understanding that a lot of brothers are not gearing themselves up to deal with a lot of this mess that's about to happen. All right. Now, I'm gonna tell you right off the bat. Some of our biggest adversaries, all right, and some of the biggest places that we can go when we look at it, right? When we really deal with this, um, when we open our eyes, we have options. We have options outside of the BAW inside the United States. Now, this is important for this reason. We are being led to the slaughter as Afro men. No political power. Understand this. They've divided the black woman has divided herself from the rest of the community. That means the children and the men. And she has put it in her heart to use the children and the men to her benefit only. Period. And this is destroying everyone. It's destroying the men that stay. The men that leave are getting blessed. All right. So the men that leave are getting blessed. The men that stay are staying in the curse. These you got these Hebrew Israelites talking to you about the curse all the time. Oh, these curses, these curses, these curses. All right. What you see now that's not spinning is women from Colombia and the Philippines. What you see in a tiger bathing suit or leopard print bathing suit, that's a BAW. All right. And here's the thing. The BAW looks just like the ones from Colombia. And you have some Filipino Afro women as well. All right. So that's some Filipino Afro women as well. You have a major problem going on here. And that is that the Afro man, all right, I want y'all to understand this. The Afro man is being eliminated by the BAW. Let me repeat that. The Afro man is being eliminated by the BAW. All right. And this is so detrimental. This is so detrimental that if y'all ain't paying attention, is let's have an example.
Mr. Nevins, you're a good dude. You walked into a ready-made family as a young person, and for your efforts, you got derision, you got anger, you got a jealous woman chasing you around, and an STD. She doesn't appreciate you, sir. She's got you babysitting her kids while she's going out all night.
This is the number one reason. Then this isn't happening to him. This is happening all over the United States. This is happening to brothers everywhere. This is why we were never supposed to date, talk to, be in relationships with single mothers that had multiple children from multiple babies' daddies. All right. Now, let's make it understood that there's a difference between single mothers. All right. There is a difference between single mothers, and there is a difference between a widowed woman. All right. We deal with widows. All right. You can deal with a divorced woman. But in our culture, where the women back up other women and look out for only women, and they're doing this as a monolithic group where you only have a few outliers, and it's gotten so bad that they're talking openly about setting Afro men up to be unalived by the police. All right. And we don't know if is hundreds of thousands of BAWs or a million of them or millions. But what we do know is in the millions, they're not concerned with the community as a whole. All right, let's continue.
Wondering why you can't be more of a father to the children she created with other men. She wants to know why she can't get more of your money when she's got a couple of child support checks coming in. She's got housing, she's done a disability check, and she wants to know why you can't part with more of your check. Do you see what I'm telling you?
Well, ain't nothing free, Your Honor. He's not finna just be with me just because, you know. I mean, he gonna have.
Now watch how she eliminates the work that he's been doing. Watch how she says, "Oh, he ain't doing crap."
To help out because
I pay all the bills, so
Your Honor, he does not.
I pay all the bills and get
Mr.
my money.
Nevis, do you understand what I'm telling you?
So the judge knows what's up. Now pay attention.
I'm not talking to her because I don't think she could hear me. I'm talking to somebody who I think can hear me. Can you hear me?
I know.
Am I saying anything that your family's ever told you?
Yeah, they tell me that every time I see them.
I don't know them, they don't know me, but we're both telling you the same thing. What does that tell you?
Keep your family out your business.
Maybe I need to find a better
Mr. Nevins,
choice.
if you were my son, I would tell you to run.
All right. Now, let me say this. That's a man who's been raised by the same single moms who then set their sons up to be used by other single moms. All right. So I want you to understand that. It's a man raised by single moms It's a man raised by a single mom who has been trained to be used not only by other single moms, but the government, the state, brainwashed to be and stay in the situation that is horrendous for him. All right. And if you don't think that's bad enough, I want y'all to understand this. Another thing I want to just kick out the door is this trope that Black women have. Oh, Black women fought for it. Black women have never fought for the community.
Who have said, no, we are not going to rally behind your.
I actually said something about this earlier, and it was a lot more subtle, but let me say it this way. Black women are not at the world's disposal to fight for anyone and get.
Now, I want y'all to understand, they've never fought for anybody but themselves. They used the dead bodies of Afro men as fodder for themselves, but they never fought for anyone but themselves. Look at the condition of the neighborhoods. Look at the condition of the family. And they see the destruction, but here's the thing. Remember the dude that I just showed you? How he's in that toxic situation, didn't leave. That woman's going out sleeping with a bunch of other dudes. Got him watching the children. He's paying the bills and giving her money. She's getting child support. She's getting government assistance. She's getting all that stuff. And she still want him to use his money. He's not supposed to be in that situation at all. But he's in that situation because his mama didn't teach him any better. Because she wasn't trying to teach him to be better for himself. If you really look at it, and we're going to point this out, these women, everything has been for themselves and themselves only.
Guess what? They don't even need a reason not to fight. Someone could be nasty and disrespectful. Someone could be as sweet as angels and cherubs flying behind them. It is not a requirement of Black women to fight, advocate, teach, lead, or tap dance for anyone. It is their choice when, with whom, and where they advocate.
Understand it. So that means even in marriage, even in a relationship, all right, the only thing they want, I keep telling you, They want the men enslaved to them, and they want to be worshiped by the Afro man. The white man is not going to worship her because the white men pretty much don't worship anything, money. They want to rob the man of his spirit. Right. Well, here's the thing. There is a law. There's a law right now where they could falsely accuse you, and it's a bill for the endangerment of Black women, which means they can falsely accuse you and the police have to arrest you for their safety, even though you didn't do a damn thing. It is being around a BAW in the United States is basically the worst decision we could make as Afro men. All right. They talk about the one dude that was done in by that girl that the police let go. That's the police not doing their job. And that's why she did, because she's able to do it. And she was violent towards that dude, and she would have been violent towards any man that got with her. All right. But still, that one is not even close to the number of dudes that have been done in by the Black woman. Oh, and they've been done in other ways too. Like they would run their mouth, start some SH, then go get their boyfriend brothers and stuff like that to come out there to die for them for stuff that they did. And they don't care. Little brothers, I'm telling you, they do not care. Look at her face. She don't give a damn. Not about children. Remember, she just said it ain't her job to do anything. Right? Brothers, we need to look for our own. This isn't even about dating. This is spiritually about separating from wickedness. This is what the Most High said. This is the end days. And if we're going to be righteous men, we need to separate from
the problem is we've done it so much for so long that when we do this or this, people get a little nervous.
But see, nobody's getting nervous because here's the thing. They've done nothing for nobody but themselves. All right? They've done nothing for nobody but themselves. And I want y'all to think about that. They've done nothing for nobody but themselves, statistically. They shut men down on YouTube. They shut down our content. They shut down our revenue for making money. And then they talk about how we don't make money. They go on our jobs, dance. If we make a restaurant, they dance all on top of the tables and then try to get the restaurant shut down when dude was trying to do something that was respectful. All right. And it isn't about winning. This is about surviving. Brothers, the community is not surviving them. Let's keep it real. All right. Listen to the first thing she said.
Here's an idea. Speak up and do it yourself. I said what I said.
Women who have said, no, we are not going to rally behind your...
I actually said something about this earlier and it was a lot more subtle, but let me say it this way. Black women are not at the world's disposal to fight for anyone. And guess what? They don't even need a reason not to fight.
Okay, so here's a question. Now I want y'all to think hard about this. When in the history of the United States did the Black woman fight for anyone but themselves? I'll wait. and I'm saying as a group, in the 60s, they co-opted all of our movements for themselves. BLM, it started by teenage boys after the Mike Brown thing. I know because I followed that. And then these 3 women of the LGBT community came in with seed money from George Soros, took that movement from them, hashtagged it, and then turned it into a movement for LGBT. All right, pay attention to that. Every single movement that we've made that was based for the community, the Black women took for themselves. When Obama had the Brothers Keeper initiative, Black women came together and said, no, you can't do that. You can do something for Black women only, but you can't do anything for sons, for Black male child. Nothing for him. It has to include the females. All right. And you think this stuff isn't bad? This stuff is worse than you think. This is worse than you think. If y'all don't wake up, and heed this warning I'm trying to tell y'all. Hold on, let me say this. The community, hold on, let me break this down like this. The BAW is utterly going to destroy the community. There's no denying that.
To do Biden. How we done lost a damn.
All right, I want y'all to pay attention to this. Hey, what's up, David Bowman? All right, the community will not survive. It's not going to survive. Period. Now, I want you to learn something. And we got to stick by this. As we go off to our places, and as the Most High separate us from all this wickedness that's going on, and we're going to discuss in detail as we look at options as to where to go to, what's going on, and how it happened. We have always been the main targets. The Afro man has always been the main target. Why? They target to get rid of us so that our seeds would have no protection. Because the BAW do not protect. She exploits and uses in general, but do not protect. Even in the political arena, pay attention to this.
I told you to do Biden. How we done lost a damn vote. We done lost a vote. That's gonna go to Trump.
Now, this is a young son just of voting age. You got his sister laughing at him and his mom cussing him out because she told him what to do in the voting booth, asked him what he did, right? And she's yelling at him. When he had to say after all of that, we still family. No, you're not family. You're the puppet. Why did they want this man in? Because they wanted stuff just for women. Even at the expense of our children and the community.
God damn!
I'm worshiping these people like they're God.
Ain't nobody worshiping them. But God damn it, Chris, we need somebody in there with sense.
Do you hear grandma in the back? You didn't vote for Biden at all. Well, y'all see how the dude with sense is doing.
He ain't vote, he vote independent. Why would you do that? You know what I said do when you go in there. You go.
That's what I did.
No, you said you go to independent. This shit funny. I told you. I said go Democrat Biden. Now there's a fucking vote that we done lost that can go to Trump.
This is why I don't do politics. I will never do this again.
Understand what he said. That's why I don't do politics. I will never do this again. That's why I don't want to be a man. Look at what this mom just did, along with grandma.
He ain't gonna vote again.
Look at that. All right. That's the world we live in, brothers. That's the world we live in. And I know some trolls are listening, don't really care. All right, it's time for the real men, the fighting men, the men with honor. It's time for us to leave. It's time for us to seek women in other places, because these women here don't mean us a lick of good. So what you're looking at here is you're looking at a Brazilian woman, and on the left, that's a Filipino woman. All right. There is a lot going on in Morocco. Morocco got some stuff going on too. All right. Here's the thing. For brothers that follow the commandments, it is easy for us to go and live places. All right, understand it. So for the brothers that follow the commandments, life is good for us. All right, so that was Colombia. No, that was Brazil. All right. And here's the thing. They're dealing with Afrocentrism, centrism. All right. They're dealing with this here, even in Brazil. Some of y'all are familiar with a policy that the government had in the past, and they told the Afro women in Brazil that if you want to improve your race, marry a white man. And then as a policy, they shipped and paid for men from Europe to come to Brazil to lighten up the race. And let's not mince words here. They paid for the men of Europe, not the men and women. They paid for the men of Europe to come here to run through these women to lighten up the race. Right? And so basically, in that, then the moms, who did I say? The moms were teaching the daughters. The grandmas taught the moms taught the daughters, and they taught them one thing: to hate your color, the melanin that the Most High gave you, that gave you energy from sound and sunlight. All right. So I want y'all to pay attention to that. sound and sunlight. Melanin absorbs and converts sound and sunlight into energy for us. Why do you think we like summer sports so well? Why do you think we like the sun? We love the sun. It's not a burden for us. You understand? We love the sun because the sun is good for us. Now, with all this being said, a lot of times these groups and these guys, and we need to just stop even having them speak. A lot of these guys, no one, understand this, no one that attacks the man for exercising his rights to find a wife outside of the Black community in America, no one that comes against the Afro man goes against the Black woman. No one. And I found that a bit peculiar. This is why. And I was thinking about this, and some of y'all are in scripture, as we say. And like Brother Dwight, you know, I know you in this scripture thing, right? Here's the thing. In scripture, when it says we shall not mix seeds, all right, how do you mix seeds when the man only creates one seed, one type of seed, and that's his DNA? I want y'all to think about this. Follow me on this real quick. The only one that is capable of, and I thought about this, and you can see that they were kind of tweaking the Bible to try to eliminate. They wanted to eliminate the Afro man doing what the Caucasian man did. What the Caucasian man did is he went around the world, and is still doing it, and robbed every nation of melanin because he gives nothing. He's double recessive. So I could say that he robbed them of melanin. And how do you rob them? They could have gotten with a man that had melanin and could add to that child. Right? What we do, the Afro man, is we go back around the world and we put the melanin back. Understand this. It's funny how the dudes attack the brothers, the Afro men, but they don't go after the BAW. No, they don't touch her because they worship her. That's the other reason we got to lead them to be destroyed along with her. Because you know the Most High is not going to have this. Y'all know it's kind of over, right? Y'all do know this. It's kind of over. The Most High is not going to have it. All right. Now, here you go again. This is Brazil and the Philippines. Philippines on the right. The dark melanated sisters that you saw before these, they were Brazilian. So let me say this. They went and spread us everywhere. The Caucasians did. They went and spread us everywhere. For the dudes that's really on that tip, and since we are who our fathers are, then they can't count any woman that had a Caucasian father as black. So this would eliminate them. They don't eliminate them, but this technically eliminates all so-called mixed children with a white father, according to these dudes. If they want to carry it like that, because that's the mixed seed. The BAW that got with the Caucasian mixed the seed. She took on a seed that robs that child of the melanin that child could have gotten from a melanated man. She did that because she's after power, worship, position, and comfort. But she has comfort already. No, she's after more comfort. Is vanity and greed at work here? All right, the women you see now are Philippine. All right, these are Filipinos. Filipinos and Colombians. See, we have options, brothers. We have options. We don't have to stay stuck in the mess. And all we need to do is travel somewhere consistently. Got to be consistent. Go to a place where they're appreciating hardworking men. Brother Roland, all right, Brother Roland got him a wife from Brazil. He went down to Brazil to pick her up, but he got him a wife from Brazil. All right. What we need to start doing is start collaborating. All right. We need to start collaborating with one another. And y'all know I collaborate with y'all. I don't come and try to get all the women for myself. And Brother Texas Marine, if he was here, could tell you that. Period. I'm not jealous of something that's not even mine to begin with. All right. We as righteous brothers, we need to collaborate because you can't have a community of one family. And so we need to help brothers try to find good wives because they're not in the United States. They're just not. And one of the other myths is if we do this right, you can bring a woman to the United States. You just can't go to certain places like California and Florida. All right. But if you pick a good spot to live and keep those that would want wickedness and want to destroy what you have. And that's the other thing. Remember, we no longer have a community. We need to wake up, brothers. We don't have a community. That community that they say is the black community is none of ours. It belongs to the BAW and the Caucasian man, and primarily the Democratic Caucasian man. They engineered that community to be that bad. It's been engineered to be that bad. And when they engineered it to be that bad, they did it with the help of the BAW. All right, these women right here, Colombia. Colombia. All right, Philippines. Let's say we got Philippines, And pay attention to this because this is kind of a surprise one. A lot of people, Brother Stephen could tell you this. He went to the Philippines expecting to see light women, right? And imagine his surprise when he went there and found out that most of the women in the Philippines were dark. All right. He found out most of the women in the Philippines were dark. Okay. And, I'll answer that. If Rashawn is in here, hold on. Okay, let me get Rashawn here on the live, right? Come to the live right now, and I'm addressing the question. Okay. All right, so I want you to pay attention to this. All right. The really, really dark one is from the Philippines. The one in the blue bathing suit on the right is Philippines. The one in the middle, Brazil. All right. Are y'all understanding? All right. So Rashawn had a question. All right. If he's going to call somebody, all right, he wants to call somebody here in Brazil. The primary app right now is WhatsApp. All right. But what I've seen, hey, what's up, Rashawn? So the primary app is WhatsApp, but what I've been seeing here is a lot of people using Telegram. All right. So a lot of people are switching to Telegram. So you got WhatsApp and Telegram. All right. But right now, the primary runner in game in town right now is going to be WhatsApp. Now, Brazil is a long distance call, right? And if you go on like a dating site, a Cupid site, or whatever, and you want to meet one of these women or have a conversation, get to learn the language, practice the language and stuff like that, then the instrument that you're going to need to do that is going to be WhatsApp. Period. That WhatsApp is king here in Brazil. WhatsApp is king in Colombia. All right. So basically that's the thing. If you want to call down there or down here, their country code is going to be 5521. Then whatever the number is after that. So you from US or whatever, you have to dial 5521. Now, I'll say this. Hey, what's up, USMC vet? Simplify, brother, simplify. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so this is what you do. A lot of the hotels here have WhatsApp. So here's the question. If you're trying to travel down here, all right, you can use Expedia, hotels.com, Priceline, Travelocity. Like when I first came down here, I used to use Priceline and Travelocity. All right. And so you could use those apps, Priceline and Travelocity. All right. So let's break this down. All right. The first thing that I've addressed is that we are in danger from the BAW. The system has co-opted the BAW to do us in. So we are definitely in danger from the BAW. If we have seeds with them, we will be separated from them, which means our seeds by the BAWs will be unprotected. They have gotten so bold that they have formed a group saying that they will work with the police to try to have the Afro men unalived. I want y'all to understand this right here. Period. And a lot of these women, like Cynthia G, are women that got knocked up by somebody they consider beta males. All right. And then they spew this vitriol because of the bad decisions they made. All right. So that's what's up, right? So basically, this new batch of BAWs and even some of the old ones that's supporting them. And this is where we have to be vigilant. You got to this is how you tell the those who want to do you in from those that don't. Who cares about children? Understand this. Who cares about children? Who cares about a future for the children? It used to be that in these generations and stuff that people used to care about the future of the children. Well, it's all about the future of the children. But it's not that anymore, right? It's about what's good for them right now. A lot of these women, you see that woman, she basically trashed her son for not voting for Biden. There was a woman that put her child out the house because during a mock election, that little, I think he was in the third grade. He was in the third grade. They had a mock elections to show you how to vote. And she put him outside. And now they are trying to train our children to be susceptible to all manner of evil. So they could be attacked by predators. And they're making laws to this effect. These very people. All right. So what I want y'all to understand is this. That the Afro man is at risk, and so is our seed. And if we continue on this path, there will be no hope for us either. At least right now, those that are able, we can leave and we could find women elsewhere and rebuild there, and then come back and make things work. All right. But the commandments is starting to look good for how to weed out who's a righteous woman, right enough woman for you, and who's not. Pretty much. All right. So with that said, y'all, I'm out. I'll probably be up maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow. And hopefully some of the other brothers can get in and we can have a real discussion about what the hell is going on. All right. So I'm not going to be up too late. I just came back to this side of town. So with that said, don't forget to share the video with everybody. Share this because this is an important message. And don't forget the thumbs up. There's only about 10 of us in here anyway. All right. So with that said, I'm out, brothers, and I'll holler at y'all later. And sorry about the delay. This was supposed to be Thursday or Friday, but what happened is I got hit by a motorcycle. Had a woman I dealt with in the past and said, don't know what to do with my life. Avoid me like crazy. 6 months later, trying to talk to me like nothing happened. No, you leave them alone. You leave them alone. It's not shun. We just need to leave them alone. Brother, get your money together. I'm going to say this. By not dealing with the BAW in the United States, I save money. The more I stay over here and in Colombia, I save money. I'm going to just keep it real. I live minimally, but I save money. All right. So, I mean, just think about that, brothers. Right. And even the apologies, you got to just look at with a side eye. All right. It's going to, dude, this dude was driving up one, so the street was one way and he was coming the wrong direction on the one way. And I guess he decided to hit me instead of running into oncoming traffic. But it jacked his motorcycle up too. And when he hit me, he ended up flying into oncoming traffic. Fortunately for him, there was a speed bump there because these cars in the area, they fly down here. Oh, they don't be joking. But anyway, I'm good. I'm walking around, you know, hobbling. I'm not hobbling, it's my usual hobble. All right, so I'm good. So I will holler at you all later. Peace, love, and soul. All right, I'm about to bust out, and I will do these regular now. All right, so peace.